week, we are going to be exploring a concept you know why you were sent to this planet on assignment. I wanted to show like a behind the scenes. You'll know what the program is when I talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is not good. We're going for a corn maze. We may never get out of this maze. Mercury retrograde is already clearly upon us, and we had a conversation about death. Knowing that, how can you be more fearless in your own life? Hi my friends, and welcome back to my vlog. This week we are going to be exploring a concept that I loosely heard about in this amazing audiobook I'm listening to right now called Money and the Law of Attraction by Abraham Hicks. I actually listened to it last year this time and just saw like a huge up level in my life and in my business, and so I was thinking about it the other day and I'm like, might as well re-listen. And it's cool because every time you re-listen to a book or a podcast or you read a book, it's amazing how much you get from it the second time that's different from the first. And there's something that was said in the book. I was listening to it on the subway yesterday, and it said something along the lines of, you know why you were put onto this planet. You know why you were sent to this planet on assignment. This is not necessarily exactly what it said, but it's the energy that I took from it. And I hear all the time about, you know, we decided, okay, sure, I'll go to this planet to experience these things. And it's such a wild and radical concept, right? But I actually like believe it. Like, we signed up for this thing, right? And so I want to explore that this week. Again, as I'm choosing these messages or these spiritual lessons, it's more that I'm putting it on as my lens through which I experience and view the week, and something that we can talk about together. And I really liked this one for the sake of just remembering that we chose to be here and we chose to live exciting, empowering, impactful lives. So we might as well go big, right? So I'm recording this right now. It is Tuesday evening. I'm about to head down to West Village because I'm going to have dinner with Ankita at Boucherie, this amazing French restaurant that is hosting us and giving us dinner, which I'm so excited about because I've been there once before and the food was incredible. I'm bringing my notebook and we are going to do a mini mastermind. So I'll also take you behind the scenes of what a mastermind actually looks like when we do one, because there's a few products / programs that I'm working on launching this week. Well, I'm working on them this week to launch like end of this month, i.e. really soon within Libra season, which means time is of the essence. We got to get working on this right now. So I will be heading down there and can't wait to take you along. Welcome back. Hey guys! The only supermodel at this table, Ankita, is you. So we're masterminding out a big project that I'm launching next week. Ankita has been helping me, haven't you, my love?
Hey guys! Kaylee has been helping me mastermind with my big project.
Aww! You heard it here, guys.
To take over the world.
Yay! So good. Steak free.
Yes. So amazing.
This looks so good. I might eat the whole thing. I might eat the entire thing. I was called to these beautiful flowers. It is Thursday morning. Where did the week go? It's just been a week of work. I've been kind of forgetting to vlog just because I've been heads down working on some things that are really exciting that I can't wait to share with the world. I am about to start off the morning by going on a walk because I live like right on the water over here. So I'm gonna go on a walk with my friend Renee, who lives in the building with me, and get some nice juices and just have like a fun, active start to the day before I get some more work done. Later, I think I'm gonna do a little apartment tour for you guys because I've gotten some requests for that. Even though it's small and I feel like you've seen most of it from the background of my vlogs, could be cool for you to just see the entire thing. So I'll do that a little later. Since this entire week's vlog is centered around choosing to know that we chose to come onto this planet and have this life experience, I have just been ruminating on that. And since I've been kind of looking for like indicators of it. You know, that's like how you should go about trying to live by a spiritual lesson. And the other night I finished up dinner at Boucherie with Ankita. I've like had this thing lately where every single time I get to the subway, the train has just left and I'm like, ugh. But I am like, okay, it just meant like I wasn't supposed to be on that train. And so anyways, this time I'm like going so slowly. I even waited to walk down into the station because I was waiting for an Instagram story to post. I'm like so leisurely, and I walk down into the subway station, and the subway is just sitting there with its doors open, and it's clear everyone has gotten on and like settled in. And so I'm like, is this train broken? Because there was no action on it. Like no one was getting off, no one was getting on. It was just sitting there with the doors open. And so I was like, okay, I guess I'll get on. I just slowly walk on. Like right when I get on, the doors close and it goes. It was almost like it was waiting for me. And what I want you to take from that is just like a little of a challenge to look for situations and scenarios and just smaller things in your life that could indicate to you that you're being supported or guided because you are here on a mission. We can talk later about what that mission could be for you. It's usually the soul mission, and we chose to come experience things related to that. And when we notice the cool things that happen around us that are like synchronicities, or it's just clear that we're being guided, that's how we can feel more excited and confident and sure that we really are guided all the time in every aspect of our lives, which helps us release worry and step into more faith and get more excited about what's to come. Hi friends, happy Friday. I am heading down to the Flatiron area to do a work day with my friend Brittany. We have a gorgeous co-working space for today, so I'm excited to work on these projects that I have been secretly hinting to. I'm gonna go get that cold brew that Ankita had us drink that one night, the La Colombe, because man, magic could happen when you drink that. So I'm picking that up and then I'll head down there, and yeah, just excited for a productive day. Tomorrow's Saturday and I'm just kind of reserving tomorrow for getting a lot of this work done too. And I just love that jolt of inspiration and excitement that comes when you have a really good idea and you can't stop thinking about it and working on it. And so yeah, I feel like there's magic coming, so yay. All right, come on. I wanted to show like a behind the scenes of whenever I'm trying to figure out a graphic, because this is not how my mind works, and I just got this vision in my head of it to say big dreams loading and then purplish pink sparkles for the mastermind. What's really cool about that is that I basically just sent a picture of this to this designer who actually helped me with another graphic that I did when I launched my Her Big Idea Fund, and so she just got back to me and I'm so excited about this. Da, 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 da. We're doing a few more edits just so I can kind of move around the orientation because I want it like this. I'm not really sure why. It's so cool to see, you know, the purple and the pink sparkles. Sorry, there's a hair on my laptop. And just to see that come to fruition, because it was, you know, just in my mind's eye, and I put it down on the paper and now look at it on the screen. Now it's coming soon to everyone. Hi friends, happy Saturday. I am drinking some coffee and I'm actually having another blowout person come in. I just felt so confident and glamorous last week, which is good because like a lot of my work is in front of the camera, and so I feel like it's worth it, right? So I have someone coming to do my hair right now. I'm so excited. You can just see the bags under my eyes, but it's actually like a good type of bags under my eyes. It's because I slept for 12 hours last night. I was so exhausted that it was, you know, Friday evening and I was trying to like keep my eyes open at 7 p.m. and I'm like, I should just stay up a little later because it'd be wild if I went to sleep right now. I made it up till 9 and then I slept for 12 hours. I got this weighted blanket because one of my followers recommended it to me, and they said that it can really help you with sleeping through the night, because I have not been sleeping through the night very well lately. I wake up like 4 to 5 times and I'm not really sure why, but it's weighing on me more than I think I'd realized. I was looking back at some of my vlog footage from last week and the week before, and I realized how it's like every other day I say I'm feeling run down, and I usually don't, you know, give a lot of credence to that during the week. I'm like, I'm feeling tired today, but I'll be fine tomorrow, but it's clearly a pattern. And I was just looking, I have an Aura ring, so I was looking at my sleep tracking information, and I'm like, yeah, something's like not really working out here. So the weighted blanket really helped. I feel like I'm on good footing for today. Given that I got a good night's sleep, I'm still drinking coffee and coming back to life, but since I am working on big projects that I'm so excited about launching and I want to do really well, it was just important to me to get a good night's sleep. So, all right, I'll see you when my hair is glamorous and hopefully I look a little more awake. Da 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 da! I feel like a whole new person in the best way. I honestly feel like I should just invest in getting a blowout every week because it just makes me feel so much better. I'm about to head down to the Luminary, the co-working space, even though it's a Saturday, to meet Rachel, and I also have this webinar that I'm tuning in for with the amazing Allison Bird. It's about money, mindset, and motivation, so I'm excited to get my learn on with that and work on my project a little bit today. I'm in this really cozy turtleneck sweater, so it feels like a good work day for that. So maybe I'll get a pumpkin spice latte. So yeah, let's go. I just settled in at the Luminary with Rachie. Excited for a productive day. Oh wow, I did not expect to look up and see the Empire State Building right there. Whoa. Hello. My hair got a little ruined in the wind, but that's okay. I think it still looks good and has some volume. It is Saturday evening, 5 p.m. I just ordered a gluten-free pizza from my favorite place, And Pizza, and I decided I am going to just stay in tonight once again because I'm so excited about this program. And I realize, just like timing wise, that you'll know what the program is when I talk about it. So let's talk about it. It's the Big Dreams Loading Program, the Mastermind, so for the month of November, and I've just been so excited about it that I want to work on it. And I was thinking about, you know, typical vlogs, and you always want to see inside someone's glamorous lifestyle and all the cool restaurants that I could go to in New York City and all the fun experiences that I could have, but I'm also an entrepreneur, and one of my favorite things in the entire world is when I just get struck by a really good idea and I'm in the build process, and the build process doesn't look glamorous and exciting on camera, but it's a real part of the process. And I know there's a lot of you who are entrepreneurs yourself, and there's things that you want to start and there's things you want to build, so I thought I'd just be honest and take you behind the scenes of what it looks like when I'm working on a Saturday night, or anytime. You don't have to work on a Saturday night to be a successful entrepreneur, but I am just figuring out the technology for how I'm going to sell the tickets and putting together all the final details for what's going to be offered for each part of the Mastermind. Since it is over one whole month, I've never really had an activation that's that long, but I also think a lot of us are in a season of waiting, and it'll be really cool to commit over an entire month to making our big dreams happen. So, eek! Okay, I will show you guys each step as we go along. Also, earlier today, I tuned in for a breakthrough session hosted by Allison Bird, who is going to come on my podcast in November, so I'm thrilled because she is just off the cuff incredible. You have to check out her Instagram and everything in the meantime. I discovered her because one of my best friends, Kiyomi, went to a Rachel Bell conference, and she said, oh, there was this amazing woman named Allison Bird who was a speaker, and she was talking about money mindset. And something that really stood out to me about what Allison said today on the breakthrough session was how a lot of times we feel like we have to adhere to what's called the cult of average. In other words, how we need to confine ourselves to small living, or stop ourselves from going the extra mile, or, not always succeeding, but even just putting in the effort because other people aren't putting in the work to up level in their lives, and we want other people to be comfortable. And I think about that a lot, just like how so few people go the extra mile, and so we usually feel like, oh, we should stop. And I think what separated me and got me to a place where I was successful in these big ways, and I was able to transfer to an Ivy and then get a 4.0 at the Ivy and do the things that everyone's always like, oh, you're so accomplished for. It was just because I would go the extra mile, and I was willing to show up and push myself further than I saw other people pushing themselves. But I think I've gotten away from that lately. And I'm not at all saying like, oh, you're failing if you're going at the normal pace. It was just a really profound opportunity to look at that part of myself, and hopefully for you to look at that part of you that holds yourself back because you see that other people aren't going the extra mile, and we do feel like we want to fit in this cult of average. That the terminology that she said was just so powerful. And so that's also kind of motivating tonight, because in college I would spend so many weekend nights in by myself working on something, and it was so worth it, so I really want to get back into that, because speaking to being on this planet and choosing to have come onto this planet, like, we came onto this planet to experience so many incredible and wonderful things, but we did not come onto this planet to be average. And that doesn't mean that you should resist experiences. Obviously, like, if I wanted to, I could go out for an amazing dinner and like a night of drinks with my really good friends. And if I felt called to that, there's no reason we can't do that. That doesn't make us average to go out and do that, but it's also like, where in my life am I being called to be more and do more? And a lot of times we're getting called more often than we want to admit. And so it's just about heeding that call. Good morning, Sunday morning, and I'm heading to a fall day planned by my best friend Rachel, who you guys know at this point is like very, very organized and comes up with like the coolest fun holiday / seasonal things to do. So we're going for a corn maze and a pumpkin patch. Yeah, I can't wait. It's already a cozy day. It's a little bit cloudy, but in the best way possible, and I'm about to head down to meet them in the Soho area before we embark on our big adventure. Every good day starts with a start. Yay! I don't have mine yet. That looks good, yo.
Really not as big as
wow. Yeah, it really isn't.
With the flag.
Thank you. Da-da-da! The mission has started. Hello, Annika. Whoa! She's on X Games mode. What's in there? It's a clue! Arla's. I would have never figured that one out. We may never get out of this maze, is the update.
We live here now.
We'll be here, and I will never even be able to upload this vlog. Close to the exit, and yet so far. This is a true maze. Should we turn around? I thought this was gonna be easy. This is supposed to be a children's maze. Oops, nobody needs to know. Come on, y'all. Hot dogs depend on it. Are we in the right spot? Something looks right. We made it. Da, da, da. Sweet freedom. Sweet freedom. I am doing my best to shop and listen. Hey friends, it's Sunday evening. I just got back from my adventurous day with my friends, which was so much fun. And now Ankita's gonna come over. I'm just making a really easy pasta dish, gluten-free pasta with vodka sauce and bacon. Sometimes I love to just put bacon in the oven and then chop it up and put it in pasta just to give it a little extra crunch and a little protein. Super yummy. We're just gonna have like a glass of wine and eat dinner and chat for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to sleep early because it just turns out that for launching this program, there's so much more work involved with launching it than I originally thought. Just because I want everything to be like a seamless experience for everyone who signs up for the program. So it feels exciting. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna launch tomorrow evening or Tuesday. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday, so it could be cool to launch it on her birthday, but also maybe I should just let her birthday be her birthday. So we'll see. I've got some more to get done before that, but I'm feeling excited about the week just because it feels like a lot is gonna happen this week. This is not good. This is where my recipe is gonna stop before it really started. I really can't open it. I'm getting hot. I'm already getting hot. This is point 1 against my Cucina Antica alla vodka sauce. Ankita, well, she's almost here, so she can help for sure. She said to put the cap under hot water. So that's a cool little tip. Like, that's something I would probably want to learn from a YouTube if I was watching one. So that's how adulting, am I right? Ah! Stop. I did it! Woohoo! Wow, I need a nap after that. So the way that I make bacon, just like a super easy way, but I've been doing it since college. Heat the oven to 400 degrees. I guess it says it as instructions on the back, but I feel like everybody's always doing bacon in a pan, in like a skillet, and then you gotta deal with like the grease splattering. This is so easy and makes it so crispy. And again, just like adding it, I guess it's kind of like Italian. I know it's bacon and not prosciutto, but almost like a spaghetti carbonara to have the extra, just little meat in it. I just line my pan with aluminum foil. What the heck? I'm so tired. I can't even remember what it's called. Line it, and then I just put it in for like 15 minutes, and it's perfect. I'll show you guys what it looks like when I add it in too. Something else I've been trying to do every time I make a pasta is to make sure to reserve just a little bit of cooking water. It's such a tiny thing that not a lot of people actually know, but I mean, usually we forget. We just like strain the spaghetti or the pasta, but just taking a little bit of cooking water, just in like a measuring cup, and then adding that in when you add in the sauce later, is just, it goes the extra mile with making sure all of your pasta gets coated. And I saw this TikTok once that described it. They're like, you have to stop throwing away your pasta water. It's liquid gold. And I always think of that. I'm like, yep, never forgetting that little piece. Da 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 da, splatter splatter. Don't forget our pasta water. The magic can begin. I really feel like I was meant to live in Italy. So I'm basically gonna wait for the bacon to cool down, obviously, and dab it so it's not all greasy, and just cut it up into little pieces and put that in the pasta, mix it around, and voila. So easy. Okay, I just took out the bacon, and this is like what I'm talking about with the crispiness. I could have gone a little more crisp, but the pasta's already ready, and so I kind of need to get this show on the road. I'll be honest, the secret to my cooking success and why I make things taste so good actually comes down to one spice, which I have referred to as my secret spice to those who have eaten my cooking, but I'm gonna share it with you here. It is called garlic seasonal, not sponsored, but I really should have contacted them for a sponsored partnership, considering how often I use this. I just ordered it on Amazon. First time I found it was in Sprouts, but I I use it to season chicken. I obviously put it in like all of my pasta dishes. Honestly, I put it on everything. It's called garlic seasonal for a reason. It seasons all. Some of my other favorites include just a good old garlic pepper. Can't go wrong with a garlic pepper, am I right? And then sometimes, I don't think this is the right dish for it, but I have the Trader Joe's everything but the bagel sesame. I'm sure that makes me super basic to refer to that. And then of course, plenty of salt. I've hit my head on this thing so many times. It's a surprise I haven't gotten a concussion. Magic moment, I'm gonna try one before Ankita gets here as like a little taste test. Good. I feel like we can definitely benefit from some more seasoning. You guys know that part of that one TikTok that's like, nobody needs to know? I always say that. I feel like I'm going through that right now. Nobody needs to know how much garlic is going in this bad boy. Flavor, it's worth it. It's worth the sacrifice. Ankita has arrived. Hey guys! And she comes bearing wine. What did we get?
We got a Pinot Noir from Tasmania. So it's gonna be delicious. We're gonna smell it.
Let me take a sip. Oh, heavens me.
That's like really good.
Yeah, that's so good.
Hello, my friends. It is now much later on Sunday night. Ankita just left and we had hours of really good girl talk. You know, the type of girl talk that just like fills up your soul. We watched my new YouTube video. I decided to go live with it tonight on Sunday rather than tomorrow, Monday, which I think I might stick with. And then just launched into talking about everything under the sun. I checked my TikTok at the end of our conversation, which was again hours long, and I realized I hit 150K, which was so exciting. And I was telling her in general about how for each of these vlogs, I have chosen a spiritual lesson. I mean, as you picked up on by now, but for this one in particular, trying to orient myself around this concept that we chose to come to this planet. Whew, even as I just said that, it was kind of this wild moment of like, whoa. I've been trying to wrap my head around it, but it's not like the happenings of my life this week are necessarily going to align with that. And so I've had a hard time like wrapping up this vlog or conceptualizing the things that have happened this week as varied and as random as they've been, especially because it's not been like a particularly exciting or like happening week with that concept. But I also think it's because that has to be a really personal reflection, and that comes with a lot of personal responsibility. You know, if I chose to come onto this planet to live a certain life or to fulfill a certain purpose, shouldn't I know what that purpose is? Sometimes that's not necessarily true. But tonight when talking with Ankita, I just kind of had a moment of realizing like, what if we chose every challenge that we go through? And what if we chose every person that we get to spend our lives with? What if we chose all of this in addition to choosing to come onto this planet and live this life? And sometimes just adopting that perspective is enough to take a massive step back, no matter what it is that you're going through, whether it be the most amazing year of your life or the worst year of your life, and realize there's a part of me that chose this for myself. There's a part of my soul that decided this is what I needed for my own evolution. And that's such a powerful consideration, no matter what part of your life you're in. And I feel like, and I've talked about this, but I feel like I'm in such a season of waiting, and it still serves a larger purpose. I mean, it depends on what you believe, right? Like I'm here sharing the things that I believe, sharing the things that make me feel better, hoping that they will help you feel better too. But just consider for yourself what that means to have chosen to live a life on this planet, to have chosen before you entered this world, okay, I'm going to let my soul come onto this earth and fulfill its soul contract. What does that mean for you? And I think it's going to be a dance with that. That's not something that you can focus on for just 1 week. I think it's a cool consideration to bring to the forefront, but not just on a time limited basis, nor are any of these spiritual lessons, honestly. Like, it happens for you, and the courage piece and the finding magic in the mundane, all of these things need to be the things that we live by, the things that we need to really orient ourselves in. And this is going to be part of a much larger lesson, and that's okay, right? I'm not going to try to make anything happen this week to try to prove this message to you. It's either going to resonate or it isn't. My job is to be real and to show up and to show you what my life looks like and the things that I'm grappling with and exploring, and I'm excited that you're on the journey with me. So those are my ruminations to close out this evening. Sending big hugs. It's really fun to journey into these lessons and into this life with you by my side. So big hugs. Happy Monday! It is a beautiful rainy day. I am heading on to a Zoom call, a 1-hour coaching call with the clients. So exciting. I love starting the day this way. And then I'm gonna get down to business because I think I'm actually gonna launch this program tonight. It is hard to stay focused today with it being this cloudy and rainy. It is so cozy. Okay, I'm about to launch Big Dreams Loading. It is time. I didn't know if I was gonna launch it tomorrow, but Mercury retrograde does start tomorrow. And I just really feel the call today, and I really believe in launching things intuitively, so when you really feel called to it, because we never know why we feel called, but you know, maybe someone really needs this today. It's 5 p.m. It's been raining all day. I'm about to get dinner with Renee and another girl who lives in our building who Renee is gonna introduce me to. So excited to have new friends in the building, but in the hour before dinner, I am just gonna prepare some TikToks so I can have that go live. I had the graphics prepared all day today. I was working hard on those on Canva and just getting everything ready on the ticket site, and it's so exciting. I was telling my best friend Rachel how I've just never felt more aligned with anything I've ever launched. Like, this really feels like it's me and what I stand for and what I believe in and what I really feel like I can help people with. And you know, being in business and like knowing a lot about launches and startups and courses and programs, like there's just so many times that I've launched things where I'm like, yeah, I can totally help people with this here, or like I am excited about this, like the Purpose Pilot, for example. But this in its own right, like this is like my soul stuff. Like this is the stuff of my soul, is this mastermind. So eek, I'm so excited to press publish. I think it's so different than anything I've ever launched too, so I'm excited to see the feedback and the response from it. So getting kind of nervous, but also completely trusting because I know the right souls are gonna find this mastermind. So this is what the main tickets page looks like. I was proud of this because it looks like someone taped in Big Dreams Loading, says November intentions, and everything is just right down here with all of the different offerings. And I loved what I called them and just like the entire branding, because this totally came to me as I showed at the beginning of this video and a vision, and I think it looks so good, so I'm really excited. Mercury retrograde is already clearly upon us because I went to go post on Instagram and I had the post saved in my drafts. I was gonna post at 5:34, which is my lucky time and the time I was born, and then the images like wouldn't load. So I'm like desperately trying to get this done. Send help. I just want to show behind the scenes of like what absolute chaos can ensue. Let's do this, let's do this. I wrote the caption in Instagram, so I didn't even like have it saved, so I just had to like write up a new one. I don't even remember what I had said the first time, but hopefully people can just sense that I'm coming through with this with just like the honest intention to help. I'm sending that intention as I'm about to post this. Share, please post, please post. Yay, Big Dreams Loading, and someone else's photo already came through. Okay, everything is officially live. I always feel so nervous when I launch things. I remember when I launched the Purpose Pilot, my course about helping you find your purpose, and it's like whenever you launch something, you kind of have all these big expectations that like the second you press publish, everyone and their mother is gonna sign up, and it's not really how it works, you know. Like selling it goes over like a longer course, but I still feel that same like butterflies in my stomach, like, are people gonna like this? Like for sure this one was like researched ahead of time where I knew this is what people wanted, but it still feels like that same rush of, I don't know, like vulnerability when you're putting yourself out there and like starting something new and offering something new. Eek! As my mom likes to say, a watched pot never boils. So I think it's perfect timing for me to go to dinner with Renee and Taylor, celebrate the night for what it is. It's a cozy rainy night, and feel excited about next month and for the launch. Woohoo! Celebrating with Renee and Taylor. The yummiest soup, and I had to get a gluten-free one. The difference is so stark. They brought us beignets and champagne. However, I already drank most of it. Cheers, ladies. And I can't have these because they're gluten, but it's the thought that counts. They just brought me a free gluten-free dessert. So sweet. I just got back from drinks and dinner with Renee and Taylor, and I'm waiting for Renee to get back into her apartment so we can wave to one another. Our vlogs. Doesn't her tree look cute? There's Renee. Renee, my neighbor. All right, it is Tuesday. My goodness, it's Tuesday at 3:30. Last night was the launch of the Mastermind, or the offering of the Mastermind. I've gotten some sales so far and everything is good, but I wanted to wrap up this vlog because it's just so interesting how I sought out last week to explore the spiritual concept of the fact that we all chose to come onto this planet. It was something that I wanted to explore, and as I ruminated upon halfway through this vlog, you know, nothing was really happening that was
helping me see that or understand that, which I think is fine because you don't have to, you know, as I said. But then last night I had a really incredible, heartfelt, honestly almost life-changing conversation with Renee and Taylor. We were at dinner, we stayed for hours, and we had a conversation about death. And it was one of those conversations that completely puts the earth back on its axis a little bit. You know, as we were talking about these things, I was looking around the restaurant and it was almost like I was waking up into a new level of awareness just about what it means to be on this planet and to live the gift of life and to get to meet certain people and to live out these adventures. And it just made me realize how much we can't look at our choice to come onto this planet without also understanding and looking at the fact that one day we'll leave this planet. And I know that that is like a very deep and maybe morbid conversation for a vlog, but I also think it's a big reflection point, because even if you don't yet feel like you know the reason you came onto this earth and what the purpose of your life is, knowing that we don't have forever on the planet, that really our life is just like this brief stint of meeting people and experiencing things. And you know, we all have such different lives, but the one core similarity is that we're all here for a reason, and we're all here for a good time, not a long time. I'm just kidding. That's what came to mind, I guess, maybe to make light of the topic at hand, but it's just the truth that none of us are gonna make it out alive. Knowing that, how can you be more fearless in your own life? You know, that's kind of going back to vlog 2 about courage. Even if you don't know yet what the big meaning is, shouldn't you try everything that excites you? Shouldn't you choose to become everything that you've ever wanted to be? Shouldn't you go after the big things and take the big leaps and the big risks? These are all considerations for you and for your own self-reflection, but as always, it's been a joy to share that with you. Speaking of death, my camera looks like it's about to die, so I'm gonna wrap this up in the meantime, and we'll be back next week to explore yet another spiritual vlog. Sending hugs, and make sure you've subscribed if you haven't already. Bye guys.